happening now.
When life gave this boy lemons, Solvay police step in to help him make lemonade. With calls growing louder for his resignation, the war of words breaks out between the governor's team and the Attorney General's office.
The summer heat is here for the weekend, but will we stay dry? I'll have your full weather forecast coming up. The morning news starts now.
From WSYR TV Syracuse, the local station, you're watching the morning news.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Madison Moore. Adrian is off today. It's 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. We begin with your forecast first. Here's Storm Team meteorologist Tom Estegard. Good morning, Tom.
Morning, Madison.
It seems like it was a beautiful week. Do we have a really great weekend coming up?
We definitely do to start. A lot of dry time, but very hot and very humid. It'll feel like summer for sure for both today and tomorrow. So we can look forward to that. Some good news for us. So any outdoor plans you have, try to make them early in the day or early in the afternoon before we have the chance for some active weather this afternoon because of an approaching front. But right now, temperature-wise, pretty warm on this Saturday morning. It is currently 67 degrees, but also something I want to point out, dew points. Yesterday, they were upper 50s. It felt a little humid out there, but right now we're in the mid-60s, so some patchy morning fog is likely this morning. Sky conditions are dry. We had some rain around midnight, pretty light in general. Going through the day for today, again, a dry start. 77 already by 9 o'clock, mid-80s, and you can see the chances for storms by 5 o'clock later today. I'll let you know how our day tomorrow is looking. That'll be my full forecast coming up in just a bit. Madison?
Thanks, Tom. We begin this morning with a developing story out of Albany. Governor Cuomo digging in, not ready to resign as a public feud erupts between his legal team and the state attorney general's office. The governor's lawyer attack first. The outside firm representing the governor's office holding a briefing on Zoom yesterday afternoon, rebutting several findings of sexual harassment in the report in certain timelines of events. But the legal team went on to criticize the investigation itself.
The governor deserves to be treated fairly, and he must be. That did not happen here. This was one-sided, and he was ambushed. There's a rule of law in this country. I believe in it. Give us the opportunity to have the evidence, and we're going to give our response.
The Attorney General's office fires back with a statement reading in part, quote, "There are 11 women whose accounts have been corroborated by a mountain of evidence. Any suggestion that attempts to undermine the credibility of these women or this investigation is unfortunate." We have the full statement at localsyr.com. And now the first criminal complaint filed against the governor after the Attorney General's report came out. It's been filed in Albany County Court by the victim known as Executive Assistant Number 1 in the AG's report. This victim says Cuomo touched her inappropriately on multiple occasions. She worked in the executive chamber with him. And keep track of developments in this story anytime you want by going to localsyr.com or downloading the News Channel 9 app. Just click on the Cuomo Under Fire banner. And we are less than 2 weeks away from the opening of the Great New York State Fair. And even with COVID cases surging here, thanks to the Delta variant, the State Fair is making no changes to its health protocol.
We encourage you, if you're not vaccinated, to wear a mask. Above and beyond that, I mean, as things change and guidelines change, we'll continue to keep up. We'll have hand sanitizer and masks available for people, and just really encourage people to be safe and socially distanced and all of that.
You can watch the full interview with Fair Director Troy Waffner. We have it posted at localsyr.com. You'll shake your head at this one. Solvay police say a man intentionally drove his motorbike through a child's lemonade stand Thursday, destroying it. Officers in disbelief arresting 38-year-old James Anderson of Solvay, who's facing more than a dozen charges, including endangering the welfare of a child. Seeing the tears of that young boy after his stand was destroyed stuck with the Solvay officers. So they wanted to find a way to help lift his spirits. News Channel 9's Josh Martin tells us how the stand got back in business.
Thankfully, Nico Miller is back to making lemonade once again.
Thank you. We're even.
This stand is stocked full of goodies for warm days like these. His parents helping put the pieces back together after his original stand was destroyed on Thursday. But Solvay Police Chief Derek Osbeck thought his department could do more for Nico.
He's doing what every kid does at one point in time in their life in the summer, and he has a lemonade stand, and people are stopping and buying lemonade from him, and then an adult comes in and victimizes him. So we were very appalled by that.
Well, did they have a nice surprise in mind? We followed along with officers when they swung by Nico's stand.
Here's your donation for your lemonade stand, and we got you a small goodie bag too.
Thank you.
All right, buddy?
Thank you guys.
We got this for you too, buddy.
Oh, you guys are
You gotta wear that proud.
Officers and the Solvay Police Union chipped in to donate. Nico couldn't believe it.
What do you say? Thank you.
After pouring the officers some lemonade, they were on their way, and Nico was back to work. Though he did have to admit to us.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
He says that money is heading to his savings, but some of it has to go towards supplies. At a lemonade stand in Solvay, Josh Martin, News Channel 9.
New this morning, the 25th annual Pages Butterfly Run gets underway. Due to the pandemic, this year's event is hybrid. 250 runners and walkers will gather this morning at 8 at Palmer Elementary School. All of today's participants have committed to a $250 minimum fundraising goal. The in-person participants have been registered, and the virtual event continues until August 12th. Chris Arnold established Pages Butterfly Run in memory of his daughter and to raise money for pediatric cancer programs at the Golisano Children's Hospital. And if you're participating in the fun today, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty hot day, so they should probably bring some extra water, right, Tom?
Stay hydrated. The heat indices look to be in the 80s for today, so a warm, humid day. Dry start, though, so any outdoor plans, try to get them done early in the morning, early afternoon before some showers and storms are possible. So details on that coming up after the break.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Tom. Coming up in sports, a national title is on the line for a Central New York Babe Ruth team. Stephen Fonte has the story.